My name is Philippe Therien, and I'm a lead designer at Ubisoft Montreal. How did I decide on my career? Well, I was actually originally in the movie industry, and there wasn't many classes available back then. Actually, there was no classes for video games. And by association, because I worked on some action movies, some people from Ubisoft came to see me. They wanted to get some training on how to make a Rainbow Six game, which is a tactical shooter. And I met with the guys, I gave them some training, and I thought that was really, really interesting. I thought they were a very passionate group of people. So I asked them if I could work for them. They told me that if I was a programmer or an artist, it was great. If not, not so much. So I realized that if I wanted to work with these people, I had to learn a skill and, just get in there. So I decided to apply for a job as customer support. I answered angry emails from people for over a year while I was teaching myself how to do level design. So that's pretty much how I got my first job. I accepted to work as customer support while I learned level design. With the contacts and the friends that I made, I showed my work, and I eventually got my chance to be a designer, and that's how it happened for me. The best advice I can give young people that are trying to get into the industry is really to get your foot in the door somewhere. You have to be willing to start small just to get your foot in there and make sure that people, get to see your work, talk to people, make some contacts. It's not an easy path. It's definitely very, very competitive, but it rewards people that are willing to put the extra effort in. The best way to get noticed by a studio is really to either go attend the IGDA sessions, to send your resume, try to network, try to make some contacts with people. It's a relatively small industry. People know each other, so knowing people is definitely very, very helpful. Once you send a resume, you definitely want it to stand out, so it's the best way to get your foot in the door, really. The best qualities for a good game developer is really somebody that is always striving to understand how things work. You always have to be looking at how a game is made, what makes it interesting, why people like it, even if it's a game you're not interested in. You also have to be very creative. You have to be able to think outside the box. You have to be able to innovate. You don't just do what everybody else has been doing. You have to find ways to make it better. So innovation is a really big thing. The first game that I can remember playing is probably Pong. I actually had my father that worked in a Radio Shack when I was a kid, so I grew up in the back store of a Radio Shack, and I did play Pong as a kid. So I pretty much played the first game, I think, many, 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 many years ago.